Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught right side, Tate. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He completes it to Tate. And the ball is knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high.
After a heavy call, the line of field is reversed.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it.
Detroit! Detroit!
first down. He'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Shift together here from the D-line. He'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Greg Olsen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one's incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw here. His throw incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. In the red zone this time.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
This will be caught just inside the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So the hard count gets them there, neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit him with a hard count, got him to jump.
Double tight. Hey. We got three down.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Check me out. Let's go, Leopard!
Trying to pound it in with Dixon. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 2. Give him 3 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points. And that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They got 18. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And coming in is the former Florida State Seminole E.J. Manuel. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
Offense.
Here's Manuel. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs defense getting ready to roll. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive?
All right, here we go.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They go play action here on first down. And complete on the right side to Bennett. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Quick slant, that's caught by the veteran Macklin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Manuel. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw in film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decided they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Manuel. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Let's go, Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Ooh, with a juke. Room here to run. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 81 yards. What a big run there to get out from the shadow of their own end zone. The defense is probably thinking, hey, let's pin them deep. Not the case.
You're exactly right. When I played, we used to have a defensive coordinator in these situations who would call the defense and tag onto it, get a safety, push them back. And sometimes you overcommit on defense, and it worked against them in this play. Offense worked it out very, very well. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you
got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And quickly, they get to the line. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Holding, offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And the penalty now makes it 1st and 20. Kelsey out in the slot right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now is really a glory.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And his kick is right there. It's good. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's Manuel. And he slings one that's incomplete. Oh, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. And that'll bring up second down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Manuel. And it's complete to Kelce. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever.
And now here comes Kansas City. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They go play action here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Chicago Bears are in the end zone. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Way to go, defense! Way to go! Got him!
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Ready! Check three. Got it!
They'll set up to throw. Incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they take possession. 2 yards away from midfield at the... Come the Chiefs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the third down pass falls incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he loses the football a second time. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now it's Jamal Charles in the game. He gets the call here. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice move. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
False start, offense.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense.
Back now at Soldier Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Watch 23. Watch 23. Ready! Move, 50.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And on the ground they go with the running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And this is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Here's Manuel. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're now playing 3 yards in the cloud.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to